That's right, John and Tamsin. I got a little bit more in-depth details on this situation. I've been working all day long. Okay, this is what I got here in the 10 o'clock hour. What I just learned is a lot of residents here in the area, they say that they had to jump out of the way who were next to this kid when this van rolled over them, this SUV, by the way, because they thought that they were going to be a victim too. The second thing I'm learning is that, yeah, as you just said, the relatives of that driver say it was all in self-defense, but not everybody actually is buying that tonight. What was supposed to be a normal Craigslist buy and sell did not end that way. The driver inside that SUV, a guy known as Phil, a 39-year-old father of three who says he sells tennis shoes off Craigslist just as a hobby and to provide for his family. He was just going to do that again this Friday, but it didn't end that way. The teenager you see walking up, he thought was just going to do a simple buy of the tennis shoes, but it didn't end that way. As you see, the teen got inside that SUV, but inside, according to investigators and members of the driver's family, they say the teen pulled a gun on that 39-year-old, but the gun jammed. The teen then grabbed the tennis shoes and ran off. You thought that was the end of this story. Well, that's where it becomes a little bit more complicated. The teen ran off trying to catch a bus. He could not get the bus, but the driver of that SUV turned around, and as you can see at the top part of your screen, ran over that teenager. That run over separated that teen's arm from his body. And as you can see, the teen after that, with the adrenaline rush inside of him, ran off with only one arm to collapse in front of his home just a few blocks away. But relatives of the driver say that scene was all just the driver defending himself because a gun was pulled in his face.
He's at the 69 precinct. They are bringing him down to central booking. They're going to arraign him on whatever charges, but he's working on getting a lawyer to help him out. He was just there to support his family.
Now, obviously, what this kid, is accused of doing to your cousin is not a good thing. But a lot of people are saying, could your cousin have just let it go and just called the police and follow that kid home or something like that versus running him over?
That's what he was trying to do. And you tell me, if somebody pointed a gun at your head and told you he was going to blow it up and the gun jammed, what would you do?
All right, so what we also understand tonight, that kid, by the way, is still in the hospital. I'm not quite sure. I haven't got an update on whether or not his arm has been reattached as of yet, but he was losing a lot of blood earlier. There was even from one person who gave me some insight on this from NYPD is that he was not likely to survive, but I believe he is still alive tonight. As for the 39-year-old, the guy who's behind the wheel, he's now sitting inside the jail, not so far from where I'm standing. He's facing attempted murder charges. That kid, by the way, also facing a gun charge, according to police tonight as well. So yeah, a weird type of story, but also a reminder to a lot of folks who may want to do any purchases or exchanges on Craigslist. You may want to find a much more suitable location just in case something goes wrong. We're live in Canarsie. Rick Boone.